discussion will be feature speakers with lived experience and organizations working directly with refugees and forcibly displaced communities. And this discussion will be moderated by Kun Numan Afifi.
And I think as Kun Midnight just mentioned, we will have the three panelists joining us on stage. Firstly, again, we welcome back Kun Sisir, founder of Can Myanmar. And next we'll have Kun Nayana Thanawattano, Executive Director of Asylum Access Thailand. And lastly, Kun Kunanyaporn or Kun Kit Jira Samathakit, Asia Pacific Advocacy Officer from Jesuit Refugee Service.
Yes, and please welcome all our nice speakers
on stage. Thank you. And just for a little reminder, we do have interpreters, so kindly speak a little slowly for their sake to make sure they catch everything important you want to convey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Good afternoon, everyone. Rather good day. We're here today, as mentioned, to discuss topics that always in the periphery. But today we're gonna say we're not gonna let anyone behind, even those who live within the cracks, right? So my name is Numan Afifi. I'm Program and Advocacy Lead at APRRN Foundation. Today I'll be moderating the session where we'll be discussing about realities and sharing stories and advocacy that have been done by great people in the space of LGBTQI refugees and asylum seekers in Thailand specifically, and maybe broadly as well in the region. So we have three amazing speakers as well, as shared by my Masters of Ceremonies. So in the first round, I wonder if all of you, each of you can tell a little bit about yourself and the work that you do. I'll start with Cecil.
Thank you very much to inviting me to be here. And my name is Caesar. My full name is Oza Mangso. So my organization named Can Myanmar. We founded in 2011. I gave my birthday present to be do a good deed. So I try to be an organization in Myanmar to do some kind of activity. So together with other straight alliance, not LGBT people only. But then after that, we are doing together most of the LGBT member leading that the organization. So and my organization mostly focused on not only LGBT rights, but also that election and also and then policy advocacy movement in Myanmar. Yes, thank you.
Yes, so over to you, Kun Kanayana.
Hi, my name is Nayana Thanawattano, and thank you for having me joining this very important event. I am the Executive Director of Asylum Access Thailand Foundation. Surprisingly, we also have been working here for nearly 20 years. We started at the same year as APCOM, so maybe next year we can celebrate together. Our work is mainly focused on providing legal support for urban refugees who are living in Bangkok. And they are from like about 40 different countries around the world, from the neighboring countries, or from the other regions, and like Kun Klaus has been mentioned, some are from even Africa or the Middle East. So our work is trying to help them while they are here in Bangkok, navigating for legal protection and trying to get the UNHCR refugee status while they are here. And we have expanded our work to Mae Sot, the town between Thailand and Myanmar border after the coup in Myanmar, because so many people have arrived in Thailand and they cannot join the refugees in the camp where the government have provided some support. So they are being without any assistance. So we're trying to do our best to work with them. So we have a small office in Mesot doing that work. Yeah, I think that's it for now. And not only LGBTIQ. Of course, we started with everybody, and then start to realize that there are so many different vulnerable people among refugees themselves. Yeah.
Sure. Over to you, good night.
Hello, I'm Git, and I work for Jesuit Refugee Service Asia Pacific. So I'm covering advocacy and communications work, but within the region we cover 8 countries, doing the focus on humanitarian assistance for the forced displacement people. But in Thailand, we cover the work in 2 refugee camps, in Ban Mai Nai Soi and Ban Mae Surin. While in urban areas, we do the humanitarian assistance, covering casework, like individual case, like shelter, food, transportation cost, health assistance, covering also mental health and psychosocial support, while we also do some education program informally as well.
Wonderful. Thank you again for sharing the work that you do and for introducing yourself. So before we start, I remind the format of this discussion. We have very limited time. We have roughly 40 minutes. So I'm going to ask maybe 2 rounds of questions, and then we're going to open to questions by the audience. So you can already start thinking about all the work that they're doing. So we're going to open for questions and answer. So the first round is about Myanmar, right? It's 5th year of where the coup has happened, right? So I wonder, can you share a little bit why LGBTQI people are not safe? A lot of people assume, right, being a Buddhist majority country, similar like Thailand, and LGBT people should be more tolerated, or at least if not accepted, right? So what kind of experience that you personally have been through that now that you're safe in Thailand, right? Yeah.
Thank you for the question. It is good to be sharing with all of you. Yeah, this is common understanding about our country. Myanmar is like that Buddhist country, so you may think there is some kind of extremist group in our country. So, and if they are linked with the military regime, they use, actually before that we had already Penal Code 377 and the Yangon Police Act 35C is targeted to the transgender people. So that actually we have another law, it is 10, but then it for the transsexual people only. It's not allowed to transsexual, something like that. But most targeted with commonly known the 377 and the 35C. This kind of law, the military use as a political weapon. Whatever they want to use, and they feel like that threaten at, they feel like that our LGBT community as a national threat or some kind of we are threatened to the traditional value or Buddhist value or something like that. They feel they use this kind of law to oppress us to be the one reason. It is different with Thailand. And also, there is one interesting point that the second part of the question. When I arrived in here, it feels like that you may think that, oh, this will be Thailand, and it may be safe for the LGBT people. Yeah, safe for the LGBT people who are Thai national. But for us, it's very challenging about everything, because some people have documents, some people, they don't have any kind of document. I have document, but even though I have document, I stay afraid when I see uniform people. I mean uniform, whatever uniform I see that. I'm stressful, even though I have everything. And also I'm afraid that very loud noise because of my whole bombing, and I face this kind of trauma and face like that. It is me, that's who have, who have a full document. But most of my friends, they undocumented, and they feel like that they are working ATM machine for that, some authority people. So that is real situation. So you may ask that, okay, why you not read the UNHCR or some the people who had that? And we did. Even in I am high profile in my country. I try to read the embassy. They try to introduce, hey, you should read the UNHCR. So I try to read the UNHCR. I feel like that I'm middle of the basketball team, I mean like the volleyball or basketball team, something like that. And then I try to read the UNHCR. I received one phone call. It almost 10 minutes long and a 50-minute discussion. And what they taught to me that don't do anything suspicious from the Thai police or something like that. I am activist. I am already bit mouth. That's why I was kicked out by my country, right? So shut my mouth. It's very difficult to be that. And that's the real situation. It is very challenging. It's only my personal point of view. I mentioned that. They stayed very challenging about the UNHCR is, to be honest, there's not supported at all for us. I don't know other community, but then for LGBT community, I don't see any people hard about that. They support us as that gender identity people do something like that. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story, your personal story, and what you've gone through, and your community as well. I think it's seldom that we hear this kind of story. So I want to bring this conversation to Khun Nayana. You mentioned that Asylum Access Thailand have been doing long or like 20 years, similar like APRRN. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of legal referrals, case management with clients, all sort of issues that maybe yourself personally have to engage. So maybe you can share with us in these 20 years, what kind of trends that you are seeing for refugees and asylum seekers and undocumented persons, especially those among LGBTI people. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we have been working for all kinds of cases, especially protection case. And well, being refugees or asylum seekers is already very difficult here by itself. But being LGBT, I think it's getting even more challenges because there could be higher harm. All refugees face the same thing, that they are living here without legal status. Even those who have some document, even UNHCR card doesn't help. You can live here and being afraid of being arrested, detained, and then deported. So that are the 3 steps that can happen to anybody. But with LGBTIQ clients that we have been working with, they face more harm in terms of gender-based violence, especially those who have been arrested and placed in the immigration detention, because the Thai system, I think it's the same as the other country system. Immigration detention is divided by female and male only. So you will be put in the different detention according to your physical gender, and then you can imagine that it can be very harmful if you are a trans person. And we have one case a couple of years ago, a trans person from Africa, and she was placed in the immigration, the male section. Yeah, so we have to trying to help very quickly because she can be abused and faced with so many different things. Luckily, we are able to help her. I think a few years back, the resettlement process is still very what to say. It's like they're looking at these people who life can be harmed if they are stay in Thailand. So for this case in particular, we are able to help to get the humanitarian visa to go to Switzerland. So thanks to the Swiss country to accept them. But this day, come to this day, the very day now, most countries stop receiving any resettlement refugees, whatever reasons, for whatever reasons. And if for being LGBTIQ, it's, I think, getting less chance to resettlement. And the other things that we have been experienced is that people who fled to Thailand, they may come because of the situation in their country, because of the war or the conflict. But they come here with their community, but being LGBTIQ could still be harm to them, even with their own community that they moved to Thailand. And many that we have met, they cannot come out. I think Kun Klaus has mentioned that too. So they cannot inform anybody that they are LGBTIQ. We're trying to set up LGBTIQ paralegal team, but until now we are not yet successful for Bangkok, because it's too dangerous, too sensitive for people to come out and their own family will know. But our work in Mae Sot at the border, I think we are more lucky there because it's more open in Mae Sot. So we are able to have LGBTIQ paralegal, and she linked us to the community, so we are able to link and organize a lot of legal clinics for them. Yeah.
Amazing. It's surprising to know that here is more open in Mae Sot compared to Bangkok. Okay. Kun Hit, you're part of Jesuit Refugee Services, right? So if you look at the mission of JRS, is to accompany, serve, and advocate the cause of refugees and other forcibly displaced person that they may heal, learn, and determine their new future in the community. So I wonder if you can share a little bit more, how has that been in your experience, especially in this country?
Oh, thank you for the question. So I think, as I mentioned, that our work in Thailand, we do both education work, which includes basic education for young children, as well as non-formal education for youth. But also, I think main work, which covers urban area like Bangkok and some other provinces, is the individual case support, which of course we get impacted by the funding cuts and things, but we still try to provide like financial emergency assistance, shelter, food, transportation, health access. So we try to do mental health covering, individual counseling, as well as group activity as well. So that's how we try to do the humanitarian intervention here. But in terms of your questions in how we do support in our mission, I think one key thing we try to work on is on the accompaniment part, and we integrate that into our work by trying to train our staff in the capacity building in doing the accompaniment more integrated. For example, for the staff who is not the dedicated MHPSS or mental health direct officer, to be able to do like psychosocial skills, basic one, like psychological first aid, to be able to provide listening skill for any asylum seekers that they encounter in their work during the waiting time that they might have to wait longer in this time that humanitarian staff is reduced and resource is reduced. So these are kind of things that we try to do more during this time. And more work on the other missions like advocate. JRS don't have much resource on doing this side of work, but we try to do evidence-based. So with the data that we can gather from the field staff, from the people that they have lived experience, and we can interact with them directly, we bring them to the national, to the regional stage when we can, with their own aspiration, with their own will, in order to express and also get the informed decision-making, policy influence.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. I wonder, all this work that you mentioned, is it, do you have a center here, or you go to the on-site meeting the refugees where they are?
It actually depends.
Okay.
So we do some of the remote assistance contact, as well as we do referral with some other organizations like APRRN and others. So there are, I think, the connection of humanitarian actors trying to help one another as well.
Wonderful. I guess we can work some more together after this. I want to go back to Cesar. Khun Nayana mentioned in cases that she faced an asylum seeker, asylum access have faced, some of them, are closeted, right? What are the challenges that you may share with the audience? Maybe they want to hear what are the specific cases that we can expect. Maybe not necessarily about their gender identity or sexual orientation, but maybe in terms of work or assessing services.
There's two things I want to share. The immediate challenge is currently the military made a passport law, the new passport law in recently that March 2026. So the law can be revoked if they feel like that you are threatening to the national interest or something like that. So I'm proud to say I'm a document person, whatever. They may revoke your passport and everything. And also, recently we heard a lot of, if you walk in migrant and asylum community, you may know that currently Thailand has allowed the migrant ID. You can use CI and something like that. But in the process, that law is extended to not only the person, but also the Syrian civil or obedient people and the kind of activist, their extended family member too. They reach to that kind of, not only you, your family member also can be revoked. So that is a very serious, we need to take action or some kind of response we should do. How should we support that people? That is the one thing. Another one is, yes, UNHCR the cut of UNHCR is, it did not can save your arrest or something like that. But I am the one or member of their line group. I see a lot of information I received from the UNHCR. There's many opportunities to education program for the UNHCR. Not our age, like under 30 something like that, education program to study in Australia or some kind of country, you can. But the challenge is you have, if you don't have UNHCR, you can do this kind of program. You can involve this kind of program. So it seems like state UNHCR get it important for everyone, not only LGBT people. So that's why I always loud about that UNHCR get. I know the cut it cannot cover the poly-K or whatever, but there is many opportunity if you have the kind of cat. So that's the second part I want to share immediately. That's currently that's all. Actually, it's a lot, but for the time being, I don't want to be.
Understand we have at least so much time, but I want to ask Khun Nayana, right? Thailand has positioned, I'm very proud about our inclusion of LGBTI people, right? So we're bidding for World Pride 2030, and then we have Bangkok Pride coming in 2 weeks as well. And then we have very good presence here today celebrating IDAHOBIT. So in your view, what Thailand can do more to make LGBTI and asylum seekers feel more included in this country? Yeah.
Thank you for the question. I think it hasn't been decided yet, if Thailand will be the host of World Pride. So I think Thailand should do more now. So to prove that this is really the the land where we welcome all LGBTIQ, including refugees and asylum seekers. I think that will be very important, and the world is watching us. No? They know what is going on. We are proud with what happened to the Thai citizen, but it's still very difficult. There are so many gaps for LGBTIQ refugees. So I hope that government will include that in their agenda. And during, I mean, if they are able to host the World Pride, they should include LGBTIQ refugees into, I don't know what would they set up, no, but there would be a lot of committees or working group, or there should be a specific one for our people so we can engage directly. So because refugees and asylum seekers, they are not just number, they are not just what you read on paper, but they are human. They are everywhere in the country. You can, actually, maybe they are your neighbors without you knowing. So let's treat everybody as a human being, and everybody, like refugees can contribute so much if we allow them to do so. So I hope that this will go to the Thai government. They must be hurting hearing about this, and please change the law to allow people to live here. Detention is not a place for anybody. This is all refugees and asylum seekers. So if they can live outside in the communities, they can do much more and contribute to Thailand growth of our economy.
Thank you for that beautiful message. Do you agree with what Naya is saying? What has been the advocacy like to Thai government? Are they listening?
Well, we do a lot of research, evidence-based information to see that refugees, they are contributing a lot on economy, on socio-economic impact. I think that's always the message we try to communicate.
So how has the government reaction been to the advocacy? Are there progress? Do you feel that there are things that are moving right?
I think on the side of like rights to work, there are progress not only on political will, but on the situations as well, no? On migrants, on labor side, yes. Sure.
Okay. So we're going to open the audience if you have any questions, thoughts that you want to share. You know, this issue affects us all. Maybe some of us or all of us know friends or families or neighbors who are refugees, right? So maybe anyone would like to ask any question? Or you need some more time to think about?
While we are waiting, can I add a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, well, in terms of your neighbors might be a refugee, I would like to also call for Thai people, because we have many cases where the Thai neighbors call the police without knowing what is the consequence. Maybe they just think that this house making a loud noise, so they call the police to calm them down. But the result is that the whole family was arrested and put in detention. So, well, please be kind to your neighbors.
With that message, anyone would like to share? Otherwise, we can do one round of last thoughts. Maybe hope that you want to give to the audience. It's a very intimate group. Small. Oh, okay, Andrew from Malaysia. We have Andrew for Andrew. Okay.
Hi, thank you for your sharing. My name is Andrew. I'm from Malaysia. I'd just like to know what would you recommend for those of us who work in HIV awareness and support systems. When you get somebody who's a refugee coming into the country and they don't speak a word of English or your local language, and they are just totally lost. So the challenge is to try to find translator, and Google Translate is not good enough. It just doesn't convey the information that is necessary. So somebody like from Turkmenistan or Kazakhstan, and they can't go back, they can't stay here, they don't have any resources, and what would you recommend in cases like that? Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. I like this spirit. It's already about talking what to do. So maybe any of you want to.
Oh, I guess it's the service. Yeah, that is quite difficult. Well, our organization, we provide legal assistance and other work like livelihood projects. So this kind of cases, when it comes to us, we will reach out to other organizations trying to find out who has the services that the person needs, so we can refer the clients to them. And I think this, for us to be together, working together here and meeting other organizations who may have other kind of services, maybe they don't know about refugees. For example, I just met with the Rainbow Sky Foundation last year and learned that they also have people come to them to ask for legal help, and we refer to each other. In terms of interpreters, we have mentioned people doesn't speak the same English or Thai language, of course. In our organization, we have refugees who doing interpretation work for us, so we provide them with some training, but maybe we cannot cover all kind of languages, no, but we try our best to do so.
Because the way we see it, we can't even reach out to their embassies for help as well. So if the community is very closely knit, then what happens is that when you expose their presence to the community, the risk is that it gets back to the embassy, and that becomes a huge issue, you know, because our job is to keep them safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we realize that. So our work, we know that people is fled from their country, so we will not share the information. Yeah.
So we are at the last leg of the discussion. I'm sure everyone has a lot of questions, thoughts, ideas as well. So do check them out on their website. I'm pretty sure that they have website. Do check out APRRN website as well, the work that all the network are doing. So 30 seconds, last thoughts, each of you. Yeah, okay.
The final word. And for me, if Thailand want to host World Pride 2030, it must prove that the most vulnerable. I ask the Thai government to grant legal recognition, create a clear, safe pathway for LGBT refugees to prevent arbitrary detention. Same with my sister. Secondly, ensure Hackett Act, make leaving no one behind a reality for the seeking asylum. I want to quote this year IDAHOBIT Day, at heart of democracy. Protection should not be a privilege reserved only for citizens. And human rights are universal. Please don't live up in the shadow. That's I want to share all of you.
Thank you. It's a very long line, but memorable. Next.
Okay. For me, from my experience of working, we found that gender differentiated spaces are very essential. So we would like to ask the government and also other service providers, if they come across serving the LGBTIQ refugees and asylum seekers, please have that in mind and trying to have training for your own staff so they are sensitized. And also, I think for the Thai government, I already mentioned that, so that remains my request from the government.
Last but not least, Kun Kit, yeah.
Yes, so I think looking at the asylum seekers and refugees who are LGBTQI is not to look only from the lens of struggles, but through the lens of seeing them as the rights holders and as community members. So thinking about solutions or a pathway, whether it's policy, whether it's stage of conversation, at the end, I think we have to meaningfully participate with them in all of the inclusive space and channels. So yeah, I think that would be my last thoughts.
Thank you, that's beautiful. Amazing. Let's give a round of applause to all our speakers for sharing their stories, their good work. Thanks again for the audience for lending your ears, for staying until the end of our session. So
Let's
over
take
to
a
you.
photo.
Oh, yeah, let's take a photo.
Yes,
And then
yes.
over